Welcome to Bell Arte Camera. Hi, Robert.
Hey, Emily, how are you today?
Oh, I forgot to wind it. That's what you have to do in those.
That's why they're called double exposures.
Oh, yeah, I don't get it. Say cheese.
Hey, cheese.
We are at Bell Arte Camera today. We're focusing on a pre-Christmas sale, and you guys have so much cool stuff. We're going to be talking to Nate from Nikon.
Yes.
Nate from Nikon. You think I'd remember that.
The double enter.
The double enter. A little bit later on some of the new features, but let's talk about what people can do this weekend if they've got camera gear that they no longer use.
Yeah, well, Friday and Saturday, we have our partners KH coming down that are buying used gear, so they'll pay you cash for it.
Amazing.
Or you could trade it in, and they'll give you a voucher, and they'll give you added on dollars, like 10% more. And bonuses, our vendors will be here, and they'll top that up as well.
Really?
Yeah, so it's a good time to trade in, trade up.
Okay.
Or just get cash for stuff that you're not using.
So something like this, I don't even know what this is. What is this?
That is a twin flex Yashica camera.
This is a camera?
Yeah, it's a
Am I gonna break it?
No, you won't break it, but it's a 120. It's a medium format film that goes through it, so it gives you a nice big size negative. And we actually do the developing for that film here on site.
Really?
Yeah, we do. Actually, that's a Rolleiflex. I called it a Yashica, sorry.
That's super cool. And so these are examples of what people, find in their basement or in their attic. But they're like, hey, is that granddad's old camera? Anyone using that anymore?
And it brings in good dollars, too.
So we've got the option to trade in. We have the option to trade up. And we've got the option to get cash, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Wow, I love this. And how long is the sale on for?
The sale's on for this weekend, from, Friday and Saturday, with the top-up dollars. They'll only be here for those 2 days.
Okay. And you can ask the reps questions too, right, while they're here?
Exactly. So on Friday, we have a whole bunch of reps coming in.
Yeah.
Like from Sony, Nikon, Canon, Fuji. I think that's it.
Well, that's enough. And they'll answer all your questions. You don't have to be an experienced photographer to shop here.
No.
Because I feel like sometimes when I come in here, I'm like, I'm a little intimidated. I don't really know anything about these cameras.
Don't be.
Yeah.
We're here to help out. And, we all started there. That's where I started.
I guess. That's true. That is very true. Okay, well, coming up, we're going to be talking about some of the new gear that we have. And we're going to be talking about gifts because 'tis the season. It's not too late to order prints and stuff, right?
We still have time to get prints done.
Okay, we will discuss all of that coming up. There's so much more on Morning Live. Don't go anywhere. Back here at Bell Arte Camera, and Robert is actually loading up the machine with film. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. People actually still use real film. It's still a thing.
Oh, it's huge. Massive.
Now, I don't think it's necessarily massive with my generation, but what generation do you think?
The young ones, the millennials.
You call me old?
No.
Millennials. So people are really taking up this, they call it kind of like old-fashioned and old school and like back in the day, how we used to do it. Retro. And disposable cameras is a huge thing too.
Massive. Yeah.
That's nuts to me.
And we're still doing it here.
But you know what? I think it's great because you have this old film, you are able to experience life the way we did. You would take a picture and you wouldn't take 400 of the same thing. You would take one and you'd be done and you'd move on. And if you got it back and everyone's eyes were closed, you were like, oh well.
Exactly.
It's part of the experience.
It is. And what I love is when the young people come in to get their film developed in a packet. If you watch them, they go to the counter and they open it up. It's like them opening up a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
So each one, they got a different expression.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome.
That's so cool. Speaking of Christmas, you guys have a ton of gift ideas, and you wouldn't necessarily think that coming in here. You think, oh, camera equipment, cameras, that kind of thing. Yeah. But you guys can do amazing things with people's prints.
There's all sorts of stuff you could do: mugs, books, calendars, coasters. All sorts of stuff. Puzzles.
Puzzles, that's a cool thing.
Yeah, the only thing is there's deadlines. We've got about another 5 to 8 working days before the cutoff is for Christmas.
Okay.
But yeah, you could have your favorite image, something that you took in New York City or on a European vacation, and you want to hang it on the wall because it's art.
Yeah.
And it's a memory. That's the big thing.
And turn it into a puzzle?
Yeah.
Or, these beautiful coffee table books. I see, when you do your wedding, this is what I did when I did get married. I did a coffee table book of all of our favorite wedding photos because it's just something you don't have to pull out, your huge album and you see 19,000 pictures of the same picture.
Yep. The book tells the day.
Yeah, it really does. It's really quite special. I love that. I like these coasters too. That's kind of a neat thing.
Yeah, they're neat, eh?
Yeah.
And then you could tell everybody, I
Twin
took that
Towers.
picture when I was in New York.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool because they think you maybe bought them.
Yep,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay, so we got a couple of days left to get in, order your Christmas gifts here at Bell Art. We're going to be talking about some of the newest gear with Nate coming up, so make sure you don't go anywhere. For now, I'm going to send things back inside the studio. Okay, if you are into photography, if you love cameras, if you want to talk to any of the experts, you need to come down to Bell Arte Camera this weekend, more specifically on Friday, because guys like this are going to be here. And sometimes when Nate from Nikon talks to me, it's like he's speaking Spanish because I don't know what he's saying at all. So if you know cameras.
Okay. All right. It starts as Spanish, and then we talk a little bit, and you're like, oh, I get it now.
Yes, that is true. The lesson goes very quickly, and I'm a fast learner. But yeah, if you're into cameras and you love the text and the specs and all the information, come on down and talk to Nate because they have a brand new camera that they're showcasing. What's this all about?
That's right. Yes, I brought this camera with me today. It's called the Z52. If you know Nikon at all, you know that we've had a Z50 for a number of years, and that camera has really been kind of the entry point into Nikon's photography and videography, right, as a customer. The cool thing about this camera is that we've just upgraded the Z50. Now it's the Z52, right?
Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? Cool thing about this camera, the big improvement, I would say, to this camera is at the heart of the camera. It's not just on the outside, though there are a couple things on the outside that I can talk about. The big upgrade is on the inside of the camera.
Okay.
So much of these mirrorless cameras are digitally driven now, right? Whether we're talking about autofocus or videography or low light performance, it's all driven by the processor inside the camera,
Okay.
right? Think of that as the brain of the camera.
Okay, that's better. See,
Yeah,
now you're talking
that's
my
the brain,
speech.
okay?
Okay, we've got the brain.
With the Z52, we took the same processor that's in some of our Pro series cameras, like the Z8 or the Z9.
Okay.
With the same brains inside this camera. Okay?
Oh, wow.
So,
So you upgraded the brain.
that's right. We got a
Okay.
brain upgrade.
That's nice.
What does that mean to you as a customer? What does that mean to you if you were looking at buying this camera? Okay? The really great things, I'll talk about three things.
Okay.
Number one is autofocus. Okay? Autofocus.
I don't have to worry about doing it.
That's right.
Cool.
And not only that, certain cameras will have autofocus subject detection, right? So the camera will intelligently recognize, oh, that's a person, or oh, that's a plane, or oh, that's a dog, right?
Oh, okay.
Right? Pretty cool.
What if you're like, well, wait a second, you're focusing on the wrong thing?
Well, the camera is actually pretty good at determining whether...
What you wanna shoot.
Yeah. And,
Okay.
and with this camera, it actually has simultaneous subject detection.
Of course it does.
Okay, so within the Z52, it's pretty cool because you're able to detect up to 9 different subjects at once.
Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome. And not only that, the camera is smart enough to know that if we're far enough away, oh, that's a person. If we get closer, oh, that's the face. If we get even closer, oh, that's the person's
So
eyes.
it just takes all the work out for you.
It's so easy.
Oh,
right?
that's amazing.
That's the first awesome thing.
Okay, I only have time for one more awesome thing.
Okay, the
So
second-
amalgamate them into one thing.
Okay, well then we'll talk on the second awesome thing is the video performance in this camera.
Okay.
Video got a massive upgrade
Amazing,
on the Z52.
amazing.
So whether you do, I mean, so much of content creation now is hybrid.
Yep.
Right? People don't just take photos.
They take video as well,
They take video
of
as
course.
well. So inside this camera, you have a vast array of video features that link with the photos as well.
Wow.
Right?
Okay, and this is called the
Z52.
Z52.
We have them in stock here at Bell Arte.
Okay.
I'm going to be here this weekend.
Friday.
On Friday. If you've got any questions at all about any of our stuff or want a deal, come down this weekend. Come and see me.
He's your guy. Trust me.
it'll be a good
Trust me. Lots more coming up on Morning Live. We are going to be, doing lots more stuff, talking about holiday shopping and Christmas and all that fun stuff coming up from Bell Arte on Ottawa Street. This weekend is when you want to do your shopping here at Bell Arte Camera because they're having a very big pre-Christmas sale. Not a lot of areas do that, Robert. That's a big deal. Normally it's like, oh, Boxing Day, after Christmas, New Year's, but you guys are doing it before.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
You need to have the deals before Christmas. The worst thing is, you pay something more before Christmas and then you see it on Boxing Day at a reduced price. That doesn't happen.
That's just mean.
No, yes, it is mean, and we don't do that here. And actually, between Christmas and New Year's, we're closed.
Well, there you go.
Right? We shut down. We don't get into that racket. We want to give our deals out before Christmas.
Okay, so if people come in shopping this weekend, what are the things that they can do? I know they can come and trade in, trade up.
They can come and trade in, trade up. They can.
But what does that mean?
You bring old camera gear in. Get money for it, or get a credit voucher, and use that credit voucher to buy something new.
Cool. Okay. They talk to vendors.
Our supplier, our vendors are here on Friday.
Okay.
They're here to answer questions. If you're waffling between a Sony and a Nikon, they're both here. You can talk to them.
That's amazing.
Maybe they can convince you to buy their brand.
And it's a good idea for newbies to come in too, right? If you've never if you want to get into the industry, but you're not really sure how, do I even call it industry? You want to get into the hobby, you want to start doing it.
Yeah, come in here. We're friendly, we're kind, and we'll help you out.
Just kidding. It's true, they're awesome in here. Stocking stuffers, you guys have gifts for everyone.
Yeah, we have all sorts of stuff, like even something different.
What's that?
Right, that's a flashlight, a lantern, and a battery charger. So if you're out and about hiking, walking, and your phone starts to die, not only use it as a flashlight, but use it as a battery charger. Brilliant.
That is super cool. Like your phone just plugs in here.
Yep.
Now, does it have the newest USB?
I think so. USB-C.
Yeah, so that's kind of the newest because that's the one they're all going. And what's this?
That's a backup battery system that uses solar to charge itself, and then you can charge all sorts of different things.
Oh, no way.
As well as phones, iPads.
Oh my gosh, that is so
just different stuff that we carry. We're not just a camera store.
No, and of course you can get all of your gifts, and we only have a couple of business days left to get your orders in for these, like your prints and your calendars and your puzzles and your, personalized mugs. So call, get your orders in, hopefully before this weekend, just so you can get it in time for the holidays. And if not, maybe it's a Boxing Day gift.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, well, thanks so much for having us, Robert. It is always such a joy to come in and see you. Happy holidays.
Same to you. Thank you very much for coming. It means a lot to us.
Big sale this weekend. Do not miss it. Bell Arte Camera on Ottawa Street here in Hamilton.